How are we doing, Nimbin? Are we feeling good after all that poetry? Feeling good? Good. This is my first time here. I've always thought about coming and performing here and competing, and I've heard about the amazing story that is this amazing competition, and I thought one day, I'm gonna make it there, I'm gonna do it. And then I got an email saying, can you come and judge? So I've kind of skipped a step, so I want to thank everyone for inviting me to do this. So I'm just going to do a couple of poems, and this first one is for a special older lady in my life. My grandmother grew up between two wars in Greece, lost her brother Christo to the Germans and named my mother Christina after him. Rare for a Greek woman, she had a divorce at 50 and has spent 30 years with his photo still in the spare room. She's a green thumb. She drinks cordial from her own mandarins, drinks tea from her own chamomile bush, and picks tomatoes from her garden. Whenever I say I feel like a salata, she hardly went to school. But one day, when talking of how much time I've spent studying at university and admiring all three different types of basil she has growing in her garden, she says to me, Luka, eat 2 leaves basil every day. Good for the blood, good for the brain. They don't teach that university. And so whenever my brother Elias says to her, Yaya, you're really smart. You really know a lot. She always says, yes, Ilya, I'm very education. So one day, I decide to ask my Yaya about racism and whether it's okay for Greeks to still hate the Turks for what they did to us in the past. And she says to me, racism? No. Just because some people naughty doesn't mean you throw the rest in the rubbish. Her name is Katerina Batunas, but her maiden name is Saranda Avga. And Saranda Avga literally means 40 eggs. And as the story goes, one of her great-grandfathers was challenged by another villager to see if he could eat an omelette made of 40 eggs without getting sick. And anyone who knows my appetite will know I'm very proud to say that he won that bet. And so the nickname, Saranda Avga, 40 eggs, then became the family name and was passed down the generations to my Yaya. And today, it's her birthday. So I say what we always do. Naikatostisis. May you live to 100. But she's 83. So instead of thanking me, she says, 100? God me, no thank you. Maybe a couple more years, then I go to sleep. Where are you gonna go to sleep, Yaya? In the cemetery. I already buy a little house there. I don't afraid. Until then, she'll keep telling me not to do the dishes every time she cooks us a meal. She'll keep calling me when I'm in Melbourne to see if I'm too cold. She'll keep trying to slip me a $50 note every time I visit. And she'll keep telling me, Luka, eat 2 leaves basil every day. Good for the blood, good for the brain. They don't teach you that at university. And this is a piece that I wrote. It's kind of, some pieces take, well, I was just talking to Candy about this actually. Some pieces take maybe a year or more to write, and others just happen, and this one just happened. I wrestle with my demons and the attempt to take control. At midnight, the 5th season, when even the summer's burning cold, we all stare into mirrors trying to mine our eyes for gold. I guess that's why we drink spirits, because we're searching for our souls. I've lived upon this dirt, dodging cracks in a tangled surge. Frankincense is burnt beneath my skin. I've wished on the birds. I've heard voices in the moon, seen faces in the waves. So when the tides are at their highest, they spray their verses to my page. And I've had that ocean rise and fall for me. The doves flying with the bats. I've had no one come to lend a hand and hundreds stand to clap. So I've convinced myself of my own genius, and I've hated with a passion every second word I've written, so my pages read in patterns. I've learnt the thin line between speaking and staying silent. There is no difference between keeping quiet and just preaching to the choirs. I'm the hopeless and the hope, the spoken and the choked. I'm the place to pray to make it mend, and I'm the way that it first broke. I'm the message to the rest of us to never look inside unless you are ready to know your position in the consciousness of life. And I'm exactly where I want to be. And I've almost killed myself for the chance, so I hold the responsibility that comes with finding the answers. Grafo pimatas tonilio, loya practica. Ramata jatus helines puden melan me plastica, ejun carties puden fovunte da polia, thascotoso metus cleftes que fonaxe metamistica. We have spoken to the earth in so many different tongues. I'm sure she only knows me from the volume of my lungs. She has spoken in the moon. I've heard similes in the leaves, metaphors in the now, desires in the breeze. I've listened through my skin, osmosis through my tears. I focus with my body. Her smoke has burnt me crystal clear, because this search is not a stepping stone, a journey, or a path. This search is a letting go back into the shapes we were all first cast. Because we all wrestle with our demons sometimes in the attempt to take control. At midnight, the 5th season, when even the summer's burning cold, we all stare into mirrors, trying to mine our eyes for gold. I guess that's why sometimes we drink spirits, because we're searching for our souls. Thank you.
Now I'm going to ask Candy to please come up.
So I know these guys are waiting with bated breath, as are you, but before we do that, I would really like everyone to give Gail one last round of applause. It's because of Gail and her team and the sponsors and all of that these amazing people, we get to hear their voices. So we can't underestimate the job that Gail and her team do. So thank you. It's really hard. I'm not going to go on and on about it because they've been waiting so long, and I've stood right there 8 times. And for my turn. I suppose I'll just say that this year's winner of the Nimbin World Performance Poetry Cup is Darkwing Dove.
Gail, will you marry me? Seriously, this is my 5th year here, and I finally get to take this bad boy home. And this competition has pretty much been one of the sole reasons for my growth in poetry and performance. That's no bullshit, and that is just truth. Every year I come here, I grow more, I see people grow more, and I don't know, it's just amazing. Thank you so much to everybody. You are all so inspiring, and if I didn't have a crush on Irish Joe before, secretly want him to be my dad. I just thank you so much, Gail. Thanks to the judges. Thank you to the Nimbin community for getting behind this, and thanks to all the people that have mentored me and helped me in this journey. This is a supreme honour. So thank you.
getting ready for photos. Let's all get ready. Rachel, come up.
Come in the centre, Don. Come in the centre again.
That's it.
Get up there, Joe boy. Joey, get up there, Joey.
Come on, Joe, get in there. Hey, you're missing Joe at the moment.
Okay, smile, you luckwig. Photographing here.
Don't zoom
Gail,
in too
stop
much, Don.
talking, please.
Don, zoom right
Full
out.
wattage. That's it, yep.
And statistics show that 100% of you are fantastic.
Statistically speaking.
Statistically speaking, that's right.